I don't know if this is working or not. Yes, I'm there. Woohoo, let me turn off this microphone. Okay, so I finally got it on, sort of. Hi, everyone out there in YouTube land. It's time for our, what do you call it? Show and tell. It's time to show and tell. How is everybody? I have no idea how people work this stuff. I'm trying though. It's on StreamYards. Let's see. So now I would, I guess, copy this. Copy. Paste. Anyway, thought I'd show you a few things I got for Christmas and everything. Um, Joe Durbin made me my Penny Queen bell, as you can see here, with my beautiful little crown. Um, I was so excited about it. I I Facebooked messengered my mom because that's the only one I can get her to use, and showed it to her and was going on and on about it, which of course meant that I now love bells, any bell apparently. But she gave me the bells from my great grandmother. It's Christmas bells, or my grandmother's Christmas bells. I'm not real sure who, but there's this one. This one that says Merry Christmas. I have several of these that don't clink very well. Little brass bells. This one does pretty good, I think. Nope, that one doesn't jingle very good. Well, there's a good one. And you can see the tops are all different. I don't know if you're supposed to hang them or what you're supposed to do with them, but now we have, besides my besides those bells, I have a crystal bell that my dog won at a national uh, competition where she was competing against other Shebas. Anyway, but I also told y'all I'd show y'all some of my dad's um, stones that he cut. And I found some of them. Let's see. Has them in these old boxes. And then the boxes themselves have little magnifiers on top. Now, this one is a marble. When he was first starting, um, he used to cut my marbles to practice. Isn't that neat? So this is a faceted glass marble. Let me show you some other stones. This is a smoky topaz. Let's see if it'll. Block the glare a little. But as you can see, he was quite good at what he did. Each one of these cuts to make the design and the sparkle show through had to be very precise. You couldn't go, depth had to be just right. And here's another smoky topaz. And oops, here's a little, let's see what this one is. I don't know, but it glitters real pretty. It's teeny. Teeny tiny. Teeny tiny. Quit. Well, that's another smoky topaz there. I'll show you something different. Amethyst. Those crystals you get in geodes, or you can just find as crystals. He would go looking for the darkest crystals he could find at the gem shops. I'm guessing it isn't alerting anybody since I came on through StreamYards, or I'm not sure. It didn't ask for anything to post, so I don't know. Told y'all I didn't know how to use this stuff. And then some more amethyst and some more smoky topaz. And the stone is missing out of this one. Oh, it must be that one right here. Big old honkin' smoky topaz. Tony, you make me drop one of these stones, and I will never forgive you. He didn't just do round cuts, though. He also did, and he didn't just cut the stones. He would actually mount them as jewelry. Tony, go on. Go on. Go on. Get bye. Here's a piece he did. Get it to quit moving for you. That's one necklace he made. Here's another. This one's glass. He made my mom, or my grandmother, his mom, a set of earrings and matching necklace. This is a smoky topaz necklace he made. And the matching earrings. That he made for his mother. Or for my mom, I'm not real sure. I have to ask again. I know I've been told. Here's another piece of his mounted. Not exactly sure what it is. Because he did cut a couple diamonds. Hey, Youper. These are some pieces my dad made. He cut them. He picked out the stones. He cut the stones. He mounted the stones. And that one's not coming in very well. But anyway, yeah, I was telling the guys that my dad used to cut stones, and that I'd show them some stones that he cut, because I still have all his equipment. Thought about learning this as a hobby, but once again, I think my hands would be a detriment since they shake so bad. That's an amethyst that he cut. Well, it's a better camera, but it still sucks. Come on the panel and I'll let you in, and let me see how to do that. Let's see, StreamYards. Come on the panel and I'll let you in, and where do you do that? Copied to clipboard. Maybe that's the right one. And you can show me some of your stones. Let's see. I think I'm going to have this amethyst mounted into something because it's pretty. Girl, it's so old. I wouldn't trust it. I mean, I would put the money into it just because it was my dad's, but it'd probably be cheaper to buy new stuff. Plus, I don't know if it works anymore. My dad died when I was 16, and he hadn't used it a couple years before that. So, if you think about it, it's 40 years. It's not been used. So, it's been in my garage for 40 years, either mine or my mom's. My mom gave me a bell collection because of my Durban bell with my little penny queen crown. There you are.
I need chips, please.
There you are. Hey.
No.
This is my first time playing with the stream thing.
Oh, with StreamYards?
Yeah.
I just woke up from the nap. Hi. Oh, I got one in here.
Hello. I still want some of that glow in the dark stones you have.
Oh, the Youper lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I would love to do it down here and see if I could find anything, but I'm I'm afraid all I'm going to find are scorpions.
Oh no, down here you find lots of petrified wood.
Right. I know
Um,
the palm wood.
right.
Lots of
My
fossil.
biggest piece is about
Oh, wow.
3 feet long and about that wide at its widest. And
Of
it's like a
palm wood?
half a tree, not palm wood.
Oh.
It's some kind of oak, I think.
Oh, wow. I know I have some white stuff that has like black crystal, quartz crystals in it, smoky. That girlfriend that lives here had given me a while back. The biggest piece I had, which was a nice size piece, and I was using it actually as a doorstop at the time, and I think I left it in that damn house.
Oh,
I'm like, oh
Would you like
no.
more?
But yeah, the palm wood is something I want to go look for. But you got to go further south and west, I think,
Mommy. would
for
you-
that.
yeah, I forget where we used to look for. The only place I remember going is Llano. You know, when we went looking for the Lanonite. But
Right.
my
Yeah, there's a lot of actual like gemstones and like good stuff to find around that area.
he did take us to the Big Bend area,
Yeah.
and we went down in creek beds and stuff down in there and found a
I
bunch of.
want the regular tortilla chips, please. So yeah, I've read, I've done homework. I just haven't gotten a chance to really go and do much. And right around where I lived in Troop the last time I lived down here.
All my dogs are singing.
Yeah. They
Let me yell at them real quick. Back, Toby. Get up! Let's see how long that lasts.
but yeah, there was a lot of fossils. What?
There are no regular tortilla chips. Unless they're the ones over there.
Over
Why?
there?
On your knife.
No. Oh, nothing. I just woke up. I need to eat.
You need to eat.
Goodbye.
I'm kid free this week, so
Ugh.
I don't have.
No, I got all until tomorrow.
Tony, stop. Yeah, I have a friend that's real into rocks and fossils and stuff like that, and the three families should get together and go hunting because she knows where it is. I have equipment, and you have equipment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Go camping and hunting.
We've been moving boxes and stuff around. All my computer stuff is back in the other room, back on that side of the house now. And my oldest boy Kai is here. He's like, "Mom, how many boxes of rocks does one person need?" And I'm like, "There's never enough rocks. Shut up. It's fine. Just move them." I bought boxes of rocks down and buckets of 5-gallon pails of rocks down. And I'm like, I don't care if I'm going to Texas. Some of these wouldn't leave anyway because there are things that even my mom has given me, or most of these rocks are rocks that I've found. There's a lot of agates and jasper and, good rocks. I'm not throwing them back. Are you nuts?
Hi, Elsie. Hi, Lincoln.
No, we have people in chat. Hi, Lincoln. But yeah, I definitely am one that has no problem going and swinging a hammer on rocks to look for more rocks.
I just haven't done it since I was a kid. So, when my dad passed away, he was the motivation to go rock hunting and stuff. And
right.
So we didn't do it anymore after that. And I mean, I quit metal detecting. I quit doing everything pretty much. And yeah, and now I want to do it again. I started rock tumbling again, but I haven't gotten to go out anywhere. And to be honest, I had been too sick the last 3 years. I'm hoping this year I'll get to go.
Well, there you go. And I mean, even with metal detecting, you just start off by going in your yard. You don't have to go far.
My
No?
yard is full of nails and crap that everybody. When this neighborhood, the
Oh,
ground
yeah.
is so low, we
flooded.
flood so much, we get
Yeah.
all kinds of crap. And nothing ever good. I have pulled so many nails out of my yard.
Oh, I bet. I bet. So
So
you go for the really high tones for silver, and you don't go with the low tones, which are iron and nails, although sometimes could be gold.
yes, I
But you
know.
never know. You could find treasure with everybody's crap that flooded.
Well, there's that little ring I showed at the end. I just realized that's not one of my dad's. That's one that I found with a metal detector.
Oh, nice.
I found it. We were out on. Where were we? We were where they have the rodeos out here.
Go. Yeah, I don't.
It was the horse barn or something, and
No.
I found it. No, wait, that one was amethyst. So this is dad's. Oh, I know what I did with that one. I gave it to my sister because she loves amethyst.
There you go.
I'm not one that has to have everything except my coins. And if I don't, unless they're in the wrong box, the movers got my mercuries. So
Ah.
it's only $2,000 worth of coins, you know.
Oh, no. You couldn't find them?
I found everything else. I found my books. I found stuff I don't want that I hoped would get lost.
Keeps
But
making
no,
its way back in.
but the my mercuries, and they're not in anything that was so far that was labeled fragile or important or had our little. We put little marks in the corners of
Yeah.
stuff that we wanted to make sure, that
Yeah.
we knew where were. And I mean, I went out there. That was the only thing I didn't put in these 3 certain boxes. Okay. Because I wanted to keep it safe. I actually wanted to keep it with me because I love my mercuries. The only ones
Right.
I have are the left are the ones in my books and the ones up there. These
Gotcha.
are my stack, but still $2,000 worth of mercury dimes. It's still
Well, hopefully they'll turn up. I know. I've been going through coins forever. And I'm like, I'm still missing a couple. And I'm like, I know they're got to be around here. They just have to be around here. Because one of them is my prized possession 1859 Canadian large cent. And then the other one that was in there is, what was it? My cat bust half, I think. I don't know. It was one of my other bigger prized possession coins. And my husband walked in the bedroom 2 days ago and hands me a little box that CJ had actually sent me some Ikes in the previous Christmas. And I was like, where'd you find that box? And he goes, it was in one of the kids' toy boxes. And I'm like, he goes, it almost went in the trash. He goes, Rainer was going to throw it out. And I'm like, he goes, but I decided to look in it. And I opened it up and I'm like, oh my God, if that would have went in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only like 2 coins in it. Oh, and my Big Mac token. Because, that's important. I don't know why that one's in there, but it's in there. So
I have no idea where, stuff is. I got this week to destroy boxes while they're not home. That I didn't pack, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just can't imagine. I remember we were discussing it at the foot of the bed and I had it in my hands and Charlotte goes, this is the safest box you can put it in. You see what's in here? And I went, yes. She goes, put it in here. And I put it in there. I have no idea where that box is.
No. And you're not through all the boxes yet?
Oh, hell no. We'll never get through all the boxes.
You'll probably run into it then.
Well, I'm through all the boxes that are supposed to be the good boxes,
Right.
which that box, I think I remember seeing a couple of jewelry boxes in it, and if it was, then it's gone. Our small jewelry boxes were empty, because I had bought one of those big freestanding ones
Yeah.
for Charlotte last year, and put all the jewelry and stuff in it because I
Oh,
needed the space for coins in the safe.
nice.
I'm bad. So yeah, I put all that in there, and
Yeah, I still gotta get me a safe actually. Bad.
yeah, I got to get one that bolts to the floor. I got I
Yeah, right.
I have the drill to put it in because I used to do ATMs. So,
Right.
I can go get the big old 10-inch lag bolts and stick it straight into the foundation.
Well, the problem with us is that we're in a pier and beam house, so even if we bolted it to the floor, somebody could crawl underneath it, unbolt it.
That's true.
Shit. We're gonna have to figure out something a little bit better.
Mhm.
So if I ever get my bitch barn, it will probably end up going in there because we'll probably end up pouring a slab for that.
Okay.
And that would be a lot better.
Do you just like old coins and rocks, or do you like antiques?
I like it all. I don't know a whole lot of antique, like about antiques,
Oh, I know.
but
Absolutely.
if I find something that grabs my attention, then yeah, I want it.
Oops, this way. It's a hurricane
Oh, cool.
with the cobalt blue glass.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. My mom, she's engaged to a gentleman that she went to high school with, and well, anyway, she's living up there now, and he told her, whatever you don't want in this house, you get rid of, and you bring in your stuff. And he should never have said that. Because trust me, if it was someone else's and not valuable or not something she likes, it's gone.
Oh,
And
really?
now
Hey, Queen Junkie.
she asks him on every single piece, which has also got to be annoying. Um, he was
If
in
it works for them.
he was in the hey, junkie coin, silver or gold.
Coin
Hey,
Junkie.
yeah, coin junkie. I'm dyslexic. Is AG silver or AU silver?
AG is silver. AU is gold.
Hey,
Amanda, what's up?
Amanda, hey, I was reading, getting anyway. It's a fun day. So yeah, my mom's going through the house, going, "Do you want this ninja infrared cook thing?" And she's just going. Every time I come up there, she tries to load my car. I'm like, "Mom,
I gotta have places to put this.
Charlotte and I had filled this house when it was just us. Then her grandfather died. Well, her mom died, her grandfather died. My mom came to live with us. My grandmother died.
Oh, jeez.
And then my uncle died. So we had all this stuff from all these places converge on my house.
Oh, wow.
And I don't have room for all of it. I never have.
Right.
And we were hoping once she was gone and mom took all her stuff that, it didn't quit. It's still too much stuff.
Yeah.
The flood tried to help it, but it only wiped out my antiques. You know what I mean?
Right. Close enough. Yeah, I was laughing because I had, when I was packing up north, I put the majority of not my constitutional silver, my coins, but all of my bullion and stuff. Put all of my silver in one package. And then I wrote AU on it. And I was laughing when I got back down here because I wasn't obviously paying any attention to what I was doing. And I get down here and I'm like, oh, I know that's not full of gold. So what's in here? Because I didn't even remember what was in here. But I'm like, I wrote gold on it. So, maybe it magically turned to gold. But no, I found a really cool fake book box. Actually, my husband found it the last time he was home. Whoops. And I got it sitting right here next to my bed. But it looks like a book. It's pretty old.
Oh, that's neat.
That way anyway. But it opens. And this is now where I have a very large chunk of my bullion and a few coins.
That's neat.
But I just keep that one next to my bed right now. But yeah, it's a lot of my copper. All my little tiny pieces of fractional silver.
I wanted to show you. I got my first Canadian silver round, and it's God, the glare today. Okay, maybe I can make it. Hang on, I'll figure it out here in a second. There we go.
Oh yeah, you showed that the other day, didn't you?
I
think so.
That's
great.
my first one.
Oh, look at this. CJ hooked me up. He had called me the other night, actually, and asked. Well, he was messaging me on Facebook like a week ago, asking me which one of the Charltons I had, and this is the one that I bought, and I've had this one for over a year now, and I've used this thing religiously. Obviously, it's full of notes and stickies, and
Right.
And he's like, okay, and I said, did that help? And he said, yeah. Nothing more than that came about it. And I'm like, well, okay, so be it. So the next thing I know, he called me the other night and he's like, hey, he goes, I just want you to know I just picked up 4 different Charltons for you. I said, what? He goes, it was one of those deals where you couldn't pass it up. Like I got them for like $2 or $3 a piece kind of deals. And you just have to pick them up. He goes, but I'm not going to read them. And who is going to read them? You'll read them. So they're going to you. Like, seriously, dude? So I got volumes 1 and 2 for 2010.
Wow.
And this one is all your coin. And this one is all your collectors, like that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then I got volume 2 for the following year because I have 2011. So now I have both for 2011.
Cool.
And then this one really, really geeked me out because I have been needing one of these for paper money. I was like, dude, you got to be kidding me. But the awesome thing about it is that usually, not always, whatever is on the cover is whatever coin they're focusing on for that edition. So this has a Canadian large cent on it. This is why I bought this book, because it focuses primarily on all of, like, let's put it this way. This is how wide this book is. And this is pretty much all of varieties for the Victoria monarchy of Canadian large cents. And then on top of that, for each denomination, it goes through different obverses and reverses and things like that. I've been wanting one for the fish scales. And so I was primarily just looking at covers going, I haven't seen a fish scale on any cover, so I don't know. Or actually it would be this one. This one actually has the Canadian Goose dollar on it. And I'm like, I don't see one for fish scales anywhere. This one is all on Victoria fish scales.
Oh, cool. So now you're going to be the expert on them too.
I'm like, oh my gosh, you could be. I mean, that much of the book is varieties for Canadian 5 cents, which are the fish scales, and it's all Victoria's. So it's from what 1870? What is the first year? Well, I know they have ones in 1858 is the first one, but then they didn't make them again. Kind of like the large cents. They did in 1858, but then they didn't make them again until 1870. And I'm going, oh, are you kidding me? And I have 2 Victoria fish scales right now. So now I'm like,
I think I got one I won one on Amanda's stream as a giveaway.
oh, really?
Fish scale. Yeah. I have to think about which box I put it in. But yeah, I won one from her.
They're little and they're tiny. And then on top of that, for Christmas, he sent me a 1905.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, these are tiny. You could lose them, but it's beautiful.
I lost 400 dimes. So 400 or 500 dimes. I can lose everything.
Right. Well, yeah, they're a little bit smaller than a dime circumference wise. They're definitely thinner than a dime. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know how people carry these things around. They'd be everywhere. I would lose them left and right.
I know that feeling.
So, and then speaking of dimes, I didn't get to show you this. Oh, where did it go? It fell. Uh-oh.
I posted up there so y'all can come on if you want to. We're just chatting.
Oh no. What happened? I just lost my dime. That's no bueno.
It's because you were saying you could lose it.
Exactly. But it's in a slab, so really, you know.
Now that does make it a little harder, Amy.
Oh, there it is. It slid between the mattress and the bed frame. That's why. This is that one I was telling you about that I got from somebody.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This thing is blinging. I know it probably ain't focusing good because it's my cell
phone.
Oh,
no, it's coming through. It's coming through pretty good.
Yeah. That came in the mail. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's nice.
Like, wow. That was my first slab Canadian. I need to get a bag to put it in.
Yeah, I had ordered those PCGS slab holders from Lemon. And
yeah.
I had to order some slabs so I could put something in them. I didn't have slab coins. I mean, all my coins were metal detected or bought, because I wanted to put them in a book.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, Amanda. I've found every once in a while when I remember, I'll get on eBay and I can usually find some good deals. But it doesn't happen all the time. A lot of people do know what's what when it comes to Canadians, so you're lucky. But one guy was selling. What did I get? I want to say I got like a lot of 5 off of them. I think I only ended up paying with shipping like $4, and he sold them to me. And I was trying to buy another lot off of him, and he purposely was outbidding it. Nobody was bidding on it. And I was asking him about shipping and if he combined shipping or not. I was just curious. And I bid on it a few times, but he had probably put it up there where he thought it should have been at. And it's like, dude, it's not my fault if you don't start your auctions off where you think they should be, or, somewhere near that range, you start them off at 99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And if I got lucky, I got lucky. But I did get one batch off of them, so I was okay with that.
I did. When my uncle passed, we put a bunch of his glass that he had dug on eBay. Me and all the cousins did, and one piece was a cobalt blue ink. Well,
Oh, yes.
none of us knew the first thing about glass, but
Right.
nobody wanted it. I sort of wanted it, but I said, let's put it on eBay. So I put it on eBay for 99 cents. You know what it went for?
No.
$896.
Ooh.
Guy
Nice.
sent to me, he goes, you need to pull that. He goes, do you have any idea how much it's worth? I go, obviously not.
Right. Well, sometimes starting them low is not a bad thing.
Mhm.
But if you're going to start them like that, if they sell like that, you can't get pissy because they do.
Nope.
And if you know what it's worth, then you're the one who wanted to take that chance. But no, I mean, when it comes to antiques and stuff, like, I don't know a whole lot. I really like bottles, and I started collecting some bottles. And
I can fix it with bottles.
I went digging out by the ball field up in Gwyn back home, and I found that green wine bottle that was intact. It was the only one I found that was actually intact.
Hi, Linda.
Huh?
Linda.
Oh, Linda. Hi, Linda. Hi, Paul.
And Paul.
But yeah, that was the only one that I found that was intact. But as I was digging around in there, I started noticing all kinds of different things, and I was finding
you weren't kidding at your neck. Sorry.
I found
no, I've been no stayed up.
And it had the marks on it, so I could date them, and they were all dating back to the late 1800s, early 1900s. So same thing with the bottle. The bottle had all the same familiar symptoms. It was a blob top and stuff. And then I had I can't remember his name now, but I had another YouTuber send me a couple bottles. I don't remember if he sent me a cobalt blue one, but he sent me a couple of blob tops, the lighter, really light blue blob tops, and he sent me a torpedo bottle as well. It doesn't have a flat bottom on it, and they used to stack them in racks on ships, and they would stack them downwards so the liquid would hit the cork.
The torpedoes.
Yeah.
I've got 3 of those.
Yeah, so I have one of those now, and I have no idea which box they're.
Do you know that they used to put marbles in the end of those and put wax around it to seal soda?
Oh, I've actually you can get the Asian pop, like pops, kind of like pop, and they have the same thing. They have a marble in them, and we went to the Dells 2 summers ago with my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece, and yeah, all the adults went to the Japanese restaurant to go have sushi and hibachi and stuff. All the kids stayed back. And yeah, they had that. I'm like, I gotta try one of those that has a marble in it. Like, I've never seen them before. It was cool.
My uncle, when he get permission to do somewhere, metal detecting and everything, he would actually go and look for the privies, because that you were where a camp was, and they would throw everything in there, because he said that he looked for that because they would get lice, and they would go through the camp, and everybody'd have to shuck off all their clothes and get new clothes, and they'd burn them, and the coins, everything would be down in the privies.
Oh wow!
And he would find those, and then he had a friend that had a Texas, where they knew that they had camped the Texas Army during the war with Mexico. And, he would take his tractor and pull off a foot of dirt, let my uncle go and metal detect, pull off another foot of dirt, let him go metal detect.
Oh wow!
So much stuff. But when he passed, people knew before we did, the family, And by the time we got there, his house had already been broken into.
Oh God.
And they got a lot of his stuff.
That
They got my grandmother's
That's a shame.
ivory elephant bridge.
mm,
And she had an ivory carved ball with a ball inside the ball inside the ball inside the ball.
oh, like nesting eggs.
Hmm. Luckily, they left the big old clams, giant seashell clams. I have those.
Cool.
My cousins, none of them wanted any of this stuff. I'm like, did y'all not grow up with these things?
Right.
Cool. So I got those, and I got mahogany table with leather inlays that's in a half circle. That we used to sit there and play solitaire on every time we went over there.
Nice.
So, I was like, no, these things aren't going to somebody else's house. They're going to mine.
Right.
I ended up spending most of what I would have inherited from him, cash wise, buying the things from the house.
Oh wow.
Because I'm like, I'm keeping those. They're not going anywhere. That's the difference between me and most of my family. Things mean, lots to me and don't to them.
Right.
So yeah, oh my goodness. I got a yawn. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm probably not helping. I just woke up. I gotta leave here. We gotta bring Kai to Dallas. His plane doesn't leave until 9:30 in the morning, but we have traffic to deal with in Dallas.
I put clothes on so it's not weird.
I have to get up. We have to probably be out of here about 4 because it's 2.5 hours up there as it is, plus traffic. So
Well, I feel for Charlotte because she and Charlie went to Lubbock, so she had 9 hours of "Are we there yet?"
yeah.
So yeah,
My boys usually do pretty good. They
well,
do pretty good with the "Are we there yet?" But there's a lot of "I'm bored" or "I have to pee" or "I'm hungry," But at least the first leg of the trip, they'll be sleeping. They'll sleep through it. So,
well,
but I am gonna I'm gonna hop off here because I need to pee and I need to make some dinner. So,
all right. Well, have a good one.
Well, happy New Year.
yes, you too. Good to see you, Mr. Hi Ho. It's been a while. I hope everything's going well with you.
Yeah, life's okay.
That's
He's
good.
helping us with
Life's
our.
okay here too.
He put a shirt on. So
And he put his shirt on, Yay.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. I will talk to you later.
bye, Amy.
Bye.
Okay.
So how are you, Mr. Hi-Ho?
Yeah, I'm good. Can't
Get
complain.
everything you asked for Christmas?
Oh, not quite. Most of it. All I really wanted was my 2 front teeth, and I still got those.
Okay. So what you gonna show us coin-wise today?
I stopped collecting coins.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Are you just stacking them now?
No, I'm not even doing that. Like, I just I don't know what I still got my coin books, but like I was collecting a lot of the coloured coins and stuff like that, and I just like used them, like spent them. Like, and I haven't bought anything for ages. It's just yeah. I mean, it's a good hobby. I don't know. You kind of make yourself a bit of a target.
Yeah.
I think some of the junkies over the back fence were sort of hoping to burgle me place because one of them I told one of them I was collecting coins, and you make yourself a target. Like, so I just been uninspired with it, and I don't know. I sold a lot of my silver and stuff, and I still got a few favourite pieces that I kept, but like I think with me, like you pay so much for silver rounds and stuff like that, and it really has to be a long-term thing. Like you don't get your money back when you go back to the coin shop to sell them. So, so unless you are paying spot for it, like, you know, it's a hard thing to look at as an investment.
Yeah, I try to buy all my silver at spot or less, and I've actually done it. I'm sure, despite some of the dealers I went to, they offered me, you know, incentives to buy, and then realized how much they were giving me off. I'm sure they still made some money, but like one time I bought, it was spot was $13 an ounce, and I bought, no, it was, yeah, $16 an ounce, and I bought at 13.
Yeah.
So I was very happy.
Yeah, but I wasn't doing that. You know, I'm buying off people off YouTube and stuff like that, and paying a lot more than spot, and you don't get your money back. You know, like I want, you know, like, and like the silver, especially with silver, like the prices are so controlled. Like I could fill the safe up with silver, and I'm not going to live long enough to make money off it. You know.
I don't know that, because it wasn't that many years ago that it was getting up to $28 an ounce, and then it bottomed down to 12. But
yeah.
I see it going back up.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think we're going to hit up in the 20s and in 30s very soon. But I never get rid of mine. I always claim that I'm going to buy low and sell high. I don't sell it. I keep it. Except what people steal.
Yeah, you're a collector.
Yeah, I collect, but I'm also silver stacking, because in a way, I love silver dimes, and even if they're not pretty, if it's a dime, I'm gonna stack it.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm penny queen, but that's only because dime queen doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
So yeah, because I tried to think of a cool name, but all the cool dime names like Dime Digger and stuff like that were gone by the time I found YouTube. So yeah. Bye, Linda.
Penny Queen's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I took penny queen. You know, I buy pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I've been sitting here looking at my coins, and I'm still searching for that one jar of missing silver dimes.
No,
that's the only thing that during our flood, when they moved us out, moved all our stuff out, that's the only thing that's missing.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's only about $2,000 worth of dimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody may have taken it.
I think they did, because I have searched boxes and searched boxes, and I'm tearing into boxes that there should be no way it should be in.
Yeah.
So, oh well. Such is life. As long
it
as
is. Like,
I'll have to start over. I'm sure they'll be in the pawn shop soon.
Yeah, you can buy them back.
Go buy them back. There's luckily they weren't my really good ones because they're still up there. Oops, this way. In that frame and in my book. I have, my best of them in those. These were just the ones I was stacking,
Yeah.
I figure if we ever recess down to where metals or the, silver is high commodity again, I got little dimes. It'd be easier to pay with. At least I tell my family that so that they won't yell at me when I buy them.
Yeah, someone has to have the little pieces to break up.
Because you want to buy a banana and you got this, and they're asking for 10 cents worth of silver,
Yeah.
I just think weird thoughts, but oh well. Such a.
Oh, so you're a bit of a prepper too.
I guess. We're always prepared for everything around here. We have a box marked hurricane. We now added and flood to it. With we have hurricane lamps throughout. I was showing this to Amy. My mom got this. It's a little tiny hurricane lamp, and it works. It's just cute as a bug. I have about 20 hurricane lamps. In case, and then we have 2 generators, and we just plan on being prepared. The first time we were living out here that the Hurricane Ike came, when he came through and knocked out the power for 14 days, we had prepared. I had it prepared to the point of not only having the generator, but I went and bought gas and had, 5-gallon jugs. I had 10 5-gallon jugs full of gas. Well, all my neighbors had their generators, but none of them had gas. And you couldn't find gas because nobody had electricity, so you could pump the gas.
Oh, wow.
And all my neighbors are coming to me, and I'm like, "Oh, no, this is my gas." I gave them gas, but I didn't tell them how much gas I had because they'd have taken all of it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up, at the end, having to go get my gallon jugs back from them and go fill them myself. Because we'd wait in line probably 9-10 hours to get gas.
Yeah.
Once, a few places came back up. So, but we were, like I said, we were prepared. We had a way to cook our food. Even though the house is all electric, we had a way to cook our food on my gas grill. And we had water. We had, everything we needed except electricity, and we had that through the generator. So
wow,
we did okay. And until this last flood of Imelda, we've never flooded. And I hope never to flood again, but I have a feeling we will.
Yeah.
And when we do, we agree that we're moving. Everybody out here is flooded. This was the first time this house ever flooded since the opening of this development here.
Oh, okay.
So in 40 years since this has been open, this development right here, first time our house is flooded. Our neighbors do it every year.
Heartbreaking thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It's a heartbreaking thing, isn't it?
Yes, and a lot harder to live through than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Because, you got people in and out of your house, coming in to rip it apart, and they don't, and we couldn't leave because of the amount of animals we had. We have too many dogs. We couldn't afford to put them all in the kennel.
Yeah.
So we had to stay here, with just bare essentials through most of it. It was not fun.
No, it wouldn't be.
And we're still fighting with the contractor trying to get him to come back out because he stripped out when they redid the bathroom, he stripped out the deal to turn the hot water on and off in the shower, and he has it set too low. You know how you set it?
Yeah.
and you can't get hot water. You can get lukewarm water, but because he stripped out the little screw, I can't take it out and adjust it. I know how to do that, but they stripped it out, and I'm not paying for that. And then in the kitchen, they didn't hook back up our dishwasher, and they put the top in, the new countertop in, but they cut it wrong, and it has a little gap. So there's a gap where stuff can fall in. So we're trying to, and I'm not paying for that either. I already bought the stuff once.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be professional enough to know what they're doing. It's sad when I can fix the plumbing better than they can.
Oh, for sure.
Because when the first shower they got done was the master shower, and they had it set wrong, and I went in there and took my little Allen wrench and took everything off and adjusted the little piece that sets the temperature, put it all back together, and so when this one was wrong, I said, I'll go fix it. And I went in there, and we had already told him to go home. That day was the last day. Of course, that was the last thing done, was that bathroom. And it's stripped out. It's just big old little hole. So there's nothing I can do other than use one of my tools, and I'm not going to do that because I'm scared. I don't mind doing it into a piece of wood, but doing it into metal, I'm scared that deal I got that you drill into the screw might mess something else up, and that's another $200 worth of new handles and stuff, and they're going to come fix that, not me.
Yeah, you pay people, you expect them to do what you pay them for.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. Well, guys, I'm going to get off because my dogs are hollering that they want to go outside. Yeah. And I'm going to go.
It's the last day of the year here, so Happy New Year and all that sort of stuff.
Happy New Year. You have a good one. Ours is tomorrow. I'll be making noise tomorrow.
I'll be making noise tonight.
Yeah, well, I actually, I'll probably be on Facebook Messenger with my family, ringing in the new year since they're up in Lubbock right now.
Well, it's just sort of dawned on me, like 2020, like,
yes,
like what the, like, isn't it like 2030? They're gonna have a colony on Mars or something, like.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to be 2020. We're supposed to be in space, living in hotels in space and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, the Jetsons. Yeah.
Yes. All those all that Star Trek and everything is just hooey.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all be good, and we'll see y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.